We're doing Mum's Choir, which is a play about a family who life has spread apart. So people have moved away to Australia. The character you're playing, Lynda, lives in Taihape. And then they come together when their mum passes. And so it's about families coming back together. And we thought, wow, there's something extraordinary here because this cast brings the four of us together. Eilish, I had to say this, but I worked with you, I think 33 years ago.
Yep, that'd be right.
At the court.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that experience like of coming back to this place?
Well, to me, it's sort of like coming home. Even though this was a new theatre, because I was in the first show that was here, the Shortcut to Happiness, and I walked in, I just sort of felt like home. And I think having familiar people around helps as well. You just think, oh, well, I'm just here, I'm at home.
The court's always been my other family. I mean, I started when I was 18, and it's just more of my life. I've been with the court than not been at the court. This is my other family, so yeah.
I feel exactly the same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing thing though, isn't it? Like, you know, what we've all worked together so much, and Paulie, we worked with you so much back through, what, the 80s?
Yeah,
90s.
85 to 96, permanently as part of the company,
years, that's right.
11 years, and then I
Back-to-backing.
had back-to-backing, doing two at a time. We all did dozens of plays. We were stretched in so many directions, didn't we? It's a good thing none of us had much of a private life, because there was no time for one.
There wasn't.
Well, if we did have one, we had about 10 minutes a day to have it in, because we were rehearsing Hamlet all day, and then playing the latest Roger Hall every night.
I did 6 plays back to back at one point.
Yeah.
So back to back is when you're rehearsing one play during the day and performing another at night. And I did 6.
Yeah.
And it's as you say. I mean, and then that meant you had one day off on Sunday when I used to play theatre sports.
Theatre sports in the early days, that's
Didn't have
right.
any time off.
Yeah. We stayed show fit. We stayed physically fit. We had to be, and show fit. You know, we were always learning new roles, weren't we?
Oh, yeah.
And so we just stayed alert and alive, and as I say, and it made our generation, we were so lucky, so versatile, because we had all these things that we had to be doing at once. We were learning so much.
And people used to say to us, don't you get the 2 roles mixed up when you're rehearsing one, during the day and then you're performing at night? Don't you get those roles? No, we don't.
What are your memories when you think back to... Because that was something that struck me. Somebody said, what was the most precious thing that got entombed in the Arts Centre? Because when the quakes hit, we couldn't get back in for years and years and years to get this stuff out. And somebody asked me what was the most precious thing that had been left in there. And I couldn't answer it because I realised the most precious thing had already gone anyway. Because the work that we do as actors on stage means that when a production is finished, that's the flip side of the magic of theatre.
Yes.
It means it only exists in the hearts and the minds of the people who
And the
see it.
memories of
Do you know, particularly for plays that I particularly loved, we're in the bar after the last show. The crew were there, often with hammers in their hands and the wings, weren't they?
Waiting
because they only had a week between. So they had to start building the set through the wee hours of the morning of that Saturday night, Sunday morning that we closed, because they had to be a new show the following week. I used to always sort of drift back in after an hour and see, just as you say, that environment, that world we'd lived in for 4, 5, 6 weeks was nothing. There was the empty space again.
And as we were sitting there having our drinks, seeing the bits of the set
But being
just
carted through to the workshop, that's right. And a week later you'd forgotten all about it because there was a whole new environment to inhabit and to...
And that was the magic, wasn't it?
it is.
That stage became something else the next week.
And obviously we hope we do that for the audience too.
We've been blessed company in that we've had such a faithful and loyal audience, which means I'm sure you guys are recognised, from time to time in supermarkets. Is there one role over and above all the others on? Because the CV of the people here on this couch is amazing. Do you find this, that when people stop you in the supermarket, they go, oh, hi, and they know you.
Yes.
And it's actually, they know it's quite an intimate relationship, but they can't actually generally remember it's from the theatre straight away.
I was at the hairdresser's the other day, and a woman was just leaving, and before she left, she came over and said to me, I just wanted to say thank you for all the joy and the happiness and the entertainment that you've given me all for so many years.
Wow.
And I just thought, how lovely was that?
It makes it so worthwhile, doesn't it? When you know that when you're enriching somebody's life like that,
And
it's
I just thought
incredibly
that was
humbling.
just so lovely. lovely.
Yeah.
One of the women who I think had been a supporter, had done first night suppers and things for years, she came up to me and she said, "We still miss you, you know." And that was the most sweetest thing. I'd been around for so long.
Yeah,
and
the people-
There were some people who
Just remember you
Just
for all
remembered
sorts
me,
of
yeah,
shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eilish, do you have one?
I mean, I love Judy Garland, which I did recently, but at the old theatre, I did love dancing at Lunasa. They had such heart and beauty, and so but there are many, as we all know. It's all been wonderful. I wouldn't wish any other life.
What was the one that you think that I'm recognised
Ladies'
for?
Night.
Well, I did 4 seasons of Ladies Night.
Oh,
that was
wow.
2 in Palmerston Hall, 2 here. I think 387 performances, but I'm not counting. But
No.
it wasn't that. It was Wind in the Willows.
I was just going to say,
You are
I was just going to save me.
Somebody mentioned it the
Was
other
that
day.
the horse? Were you playing the horse?
Yeah, I played
the
Mark.
horse.
Albert.
Mark was
Albert the
Toad.
horse.
That's right.
You were
This is us
wonderful.
bringing, I think, the love and the joy of history, which is what the play we're in at the moment, Mum's Choir, is all about. It's on at the Court Theatre, so come along, see these guys. They are amazing.
You made me love you. I didn't want to